story begins about 35 million years ago, back when a volcanic eruption left deposits of gold just below the surface in Teller County. Although it's hard to tell driving past it today, the Cripple Creek and Victor gold mine is still very active and still a pillar of the region's economy. We recently had a chance to go up the mountain for an exclusive inside look. In 1901, as many as 50,000 people called Cripple Creek home. There were dozens of saloons, trolleys, and trains, all tied to gold mining, which at the time was extremely dangerous, but also extremely profitable. The population today is down to less than 2,000, but the same mine is still a cornerstone of the community, except instead of working in deep, dark holes, it all happens on the surface now, and it's more about machines than men. Several times a week, rock is blasted away from the walls, loaded into giant trucks that carry about 250 tons at a time, and dumped into large fields where a chemical extracts the gold from the rock. It is then separated from that liquid solution, heated to about 2,000 degrees, and molded into small bricks before it is shipped off to be further purified. Those chemicals, meanwhile, are trapped and reused to avoid contaminating the area.
I like what I do. I like mining.
Mike McCain is the technical training superintendent and says while a snowy day like this one might slow them down, it doesn't stop them. The drivers of these haul trucks work 12-hour shifts, making 15 to 30 trips a day up and down the mountain. It's a 24-hour-a-day operation, 365 days a year. Do you ever just kind of look around and just say, this is a pretty cool place to work?
Every day. There's not a lot of folks that get to go to work every day with a view like this.
Over the course of a year, the mine averages about 200,000 ounces of gold, enough to fill a large bathtub with a value of around $400 million. But a company spokesperson cautions that most of that is used to cover all the manpower and equipment required to produce it.
People always think, like, oh, you're a gold mine, you have endless amounts of money, but the reality is, like, the cost to run this place and actually produce the gold is significant.
Ironically, even with a much faster pace, the amount of gold produced today is roughly half the amount produced by those early miners 120 years ago when it was much easier to find and extract. But it's enough to support nearly 1,000 direct and indirect jobs here.
We're as busy as we've ever been.
Mike began here more than 32 years ago and believes the mine will continue providing an economic future for the area for many more decades.
I have grandkids and maybe they'll want to be miners one day.
They would be the latest in a long line of generations here with roots that extend well below ground level in Teller County. And the mine's owners have spent millions to preserve that history through various displays, making sure the community doesn't forget its heritage while also focusing on the future. And while the mine has a lot of life left, its ownership could soon change. Just this month, the Newmont Corporation acquired several additional mines and may sell the one here to generate cash to support those new ones, which are larger. It's unclear what that transition would mean for those currently working there. The permits would likely transfer from one company to the next without any need to stop work there.
Wow.